Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and wild stuff indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot's been going on, but today I wanted to really also bring up Google into the entire spotlight. Now, I like Google and YouTube, cool companies, all right? You know, they definitely make some cool products. YouTube has a pretty wild age restriction, demonetization censor, bot, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes it can be too liberal. But you know what isn't liberal on YouTube? It's the goddamn Google ad system. In fact, the Google ad system is one of those vectors for actually attacking YouTubers. Now, what do I mean by that? It's a pretty bold claim. Now, in the last several months, years even, plenty of YouTubers have gotten hacked in high-profile situations. They've gotten their accounts hijacked by crypto scammers, Elon Musk pushers, you name it. But at the end of the day, all right, I've asked a lot of YouTubers how they've ended up getting hacked. Now, generally it used to be, hey, I got a sponsor email, I clicked on a link, and lo and behold, a day later I got my account hacked. Because they clicked on a link that led them to a website that extracted some credentials. But today, I'm going to show you a hack that exists right there on Google's homepage. So allow me to explain just what's going on. Now, in the Google ad system, anybody can go in and basically put for sale anything, advertise their product, and send it out to people with specific reaches. Now, yesterday I was setting up a different system for editing and work, and one of the softwares that I downloaded was OBS. OBS is a software that most YouTubers use. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of streamers use this software to, again, live stream or broadcast themselves to Twitch, YouTube, whatever you want to call it. But of course, to download the software, you typically would go onto Google and you would type in what? OBS? OBS download? Well, I typed in OBS download and got this shenanigan tossed at me. Now, initially in this page, you can see that I'm pretty shocked for a different reason. But here you can see that this is OBS streamsvive.site. Now, this is an ad, which means apparently, according to YouTube systems, Google systems, they just pushed this on top of the 180 million search results. Now, the real link is the one just below, obsproject.com. Now, to the average person who isn't paying attention, you might click the first one, because I did. I clicked the first one and almost downloaded Redline Stealer malware onto a system. Of course, I virtualize, I keep my things separate, just because of this situation. Now, however, most YouTubers typically just have one computer they work off of, right? And if you downloaded this to your main computer with your YouTube signed in, your Twitter signed in, everything, well, congratulations. Those credentials just got swiped by a bunch of hacking scumbags. So to show you what's going on over here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up both these links just to show you exactly what's up. If I click obsstreamsvive.site, again, the URLs are dead giveaways. The only reason I picked this up was because of the URL. I'm going to rapidly switch between both things, and I'm going to show you, no matter what, aside from the URL change, these are the same exact sites. They grab the site and they're phishing people into downloading this link. Now, of course, when you download that specific piece of malware, to show you how dangerous things are right now, if I take this piece of malware, which is right here, you know, OBS Studio 28.12, with this weird about folder filled with ADMX files, if I right-click this and just run it through Windows Defender, which is a pretty good antivirus software, it will give me no threats. And the reality is, this is malware that is so new right now that the definitions haven't been spread around between a lot of antivirus services, so everybody can be notified. Again, you can't 100% trust your antivirus. They're not filled with magical tools that can scan every file so deeply. They check heuristics, they check everything, but typically you need definitions, and those definitions get updated every day, and they let every other piece of antivirus software around the world know what to look for. Now, we're going to use a piece of website service known as VirusTotal. You've seen it before on the channel. We're going to run this through every engine and show you exactly how dangerous things are getting. So if I take OBS right here, which is the actual installer from the actual OBS project, I drop this in, and then I drop this malware folder into it as well, you're going to see some key differences. For instance, the original OBS trips nothing. This is a completely clean virgin file. What doesn't trip the same is this one right here. This is the malware file containing Redline malware, okay? Reline, Redline, whatever you want to call it. Only 2 out of 60 AV engines just got triggered. So to understand what's going on, let's open this up and show you exactly how bad this malware can get. So we're going to open up OBS Studio. We're going to extract this right here. This is what the actual extracted file looks like. Again, you can see the icons are different, so it's not a perfect hack. But if you actually open it up, you'll see that this is nearly a gigabyte in size, 844 megabytes. So typically they were compressing this down. It's filled with a lot of junk crap. But if you look into it, you can see that it's web compliant setup, and the company is Mango Trash. Again, who is Mango Trash? It doesn't matter because it's malware. If you open it up, you can see that it actually starts, deploys the malware in the system, then it starts the OBS Studio setup. So again, people who are running this actually get the software that they want, right? So let's say that somebody downloaded OBS, right? They're like, oh, cool, I got the software, I can do what I want to, blah, blah, blah. But alongside the software, they just installed Redline Stealer malware that's extracting all of their credentials. So let's actually look through what Redline Stealer does, okay? If we open up a Redline Stealer crack, which is a panel that you can just see for demonstration's sake, it starts off, and again, things have changed. This is a panel from like 2021. You can see that they can build these malwares for anybody, and they can then distribute them. And what they're looking for is passwords, cookies, autofills, credit cards, files, and then anything in the FTP. Of course, they can also look at logs. They can then go look right into, blacklisting certain countries, so on and so forth, getting browsers, whatnot. There is a lot somebody can do to extract really useful credentials from malware like this. Now, Redline Stealer isn't new. They've been around for years. Most hacking groups have found out they can make more money if they program something nice and sell it to a bunch of script kiddies for like $100, $200 a pop. And that's pretty much what's going on. They're not actually hacking big groups. They're just selling their product, meaning they're probably lesser on the law enforcement radar than the people actually using those softwares to hack. Think of them like the arms companies for cyber warfare, if you will, too, right? Like they're just selling these illicit products for people to use for very illicit reasons. And of course, utilizing Google's ad framework, I've pretty much found out this is exactly how most YouTubers are getting hacked. It's not just OBS that these hackers are phishing with, they're phishing with a bunch of other pieces of software that YouTubers are using. Look, at the end of the day, if you're a YouTuber, be very careful with what you download, because I literally looked away from the screen once, clicked something really fast, downloaded OBS. If I wasn't paranoid as I usually am, looking at URLs all the time, I might have actually launched Redline malware on my actual system. Again, I have a lot of stopgaps in my home network for this kind of stuff. Most people don't do that. So again, be really careful with what you download on the internet. Google, you need to do a little bit better with your ad frameworks. At least try to check what they're linking to, for fuck's sake. I know you got a lot of machine learning and AI sitting at your offices and headquarters. Maybe try using that to look for phishing links in a much more in-depth capacity. Because guess what? A lot of YouTubers are on the line, and a lot of people with their personal information end up being on the line simply because YouTube decided, or Google decided, to push one ranking that they shouldn't have above the original ranking too. Wild stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, wanted to make a cool video to talk about it. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am